All right, everybody. This is a brief review of what we did in class with 1-point perspective. Bear with me on the tech. I'm at my studio. If we hear some weird noises or whatever, I'm upstairs from a large bar downtown. This might get interesting. Many of you were in class, and that's okay, but I wanted to post this online just in case you needed to be walked through it. So, brief review. Remember the terms, and I'll go through them as I write this down. This, from left to right, dead even line, is the horizon, right? Regardless of if we can see it or not, it is still there, all the way around us. It is also known, and maybe more practical to refer to it as, the eye level, okay? This is the level at which your eyes are, whether you're sitting or standing or flying or laying down. It is the level of your eye straight away from you, not looking up or down, but level to the ground, okay? So I'm making this my eye level, also horizon, and on this there exists a point for 1-point perspective. It has to be on the horizon. It can't be above or below it. It has to be on it. So here we'll put one here. If you need to, follow along. There we go. Simple geometry, straight line, and this point. This point's important. It's going to hold the drawing together, okay? That is known as, that point equals the vanishing point, okay? This is where things will converge. With this, we're going to get to drawing, and I'm going to start with a different color, and then I can emphasize things as we go. So above the horizon, I'm going to do a simple square, something rectilinear, with the tops and the sides parallel to the edges of the page. That will make it easier for us. This is a good way to get a hold of this, okay? With this square, I'm going to attach it, I'm going to make it relate, I'm going to tie it to the vanishing point with some very important lines. These are implied, but they're there. You can use a straight edge. I want to freehand it. I don't want these videos to be too long. And everywhere that dot can see these lines, they converge back to that point. I'm not being absolutely perfect. This gives the idea. From these corners to this vanishing point, okay? Like I said in class, this is like an ant flying a kite, all right? We're very close to being done with the first example of doing an object in 1-point perspective. Going down this line, I'm going to choose a point. There's no rule to where I do that, but my next thing I do does have a rule. I have to draw a line straight down, not veering this way, not going this way, straight up and down to that next line, okay? This gives me my next point that I'm going to go straight across. Now, if I do some emphasizing, you can press harder with your pencil. This gives me a box in 1-point perspective. We've drawn an illusion of this cube thing that's floating in space, okay? Take some time to look at it. These lines have to go back. There's more we can do with that. We'll play around a little bit. But I want you to see that we can also do that below the line with another rectangle. Orthogonals. Going back to the vanishing point. Get out the emphasis, right? I'll make this a little further down. Goes all the way up, straight up and down. Straight across. Now let's emphasize. Let's see. There we go. There we go. This is a solid cube form in 1-point perspective. We can play with that. We can do different things. What if we had a line that went to this far corner? What if we had a rectangle here, right? What we've done there is we've created almost a transparent box. Or one thing I could say is, this is how you would draw a box that's open. Okay? So this perspective, I'll give some kind of broad thinking about it in a little bit if you want to approach it more as a geometer. But this is the basics. You should, if you have not or you need to practice, always practice making these little boxes. It's the easiest way to learn your steps with 1 point. The other thing I want to do is to show you, don't get too freaked out if you have an object that exists on the horizon. Most, I suspect, of the things you would draw in 1 point perspective are going to be somehow having the horizon or eye level go through it, right? In a way, this is easier, okay? We have one less orthogonal with a solid object to worry about. Seems simple, but maybe this is a bookshelf sitting in the corner, straight down. I don't have to do a cross because I can immediately go to that. Oh, okay. This could be a building sitting on the horizon. It could be, watch this, a bookshelf. Now I see the under of the shelf. I see the top of that shelf, and this one's even, right? That could be a bookshelf sitting on the floor, right? So what you need to do if you miss class is practice this. I had everyone in class do 5 of these, playing with them as you will. You can do a square, a rectangle. Practice these shapes. See if you can get them to work, okay? I'll do one over here, a little different. Just something that you can refer to as you do your homework, okay? Hopefully this makes it easier. I'm going to go a random thing here. Now I'm drawing like a mattress or a really close-up view of an iPhone, or, because we're near the weekend, a pizza box. It's kind of thin for a pizza box, right? There we go. So first and foremost, know the terms. This is the horizon. This is the vanishing point. And these are the magic sauce. These lines that are parallel and go away from us, in Euclidean geometry, they don't ever touch. For us, they collapse to this vanishing point. And those have a fancy name. This is the high dollar part of the course. Orthogonals. You should all know that. Okay? Like diagonal, kind of, but orthogonal. It refers to them being perpendicular to the viewer. Anything that is parallel to these edges will collapse to that point. Okay? All right, practice this, replay it if you need to. I'll do another video shortly to show some variations.